Hi to all. Today with us our student Shruti, who got placed in a startup company. Let's listen her experience with our startup icons. Hi Shruti, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah. How did you connect to startup icons, and what did you learn here, and how you got the job in that startup company? Please, can you share?
Yes. First of all, I have been graduated from BBA at from Vishwa Vishwani School of Business. Then I had a keen interest on how the digital marketing works and what the digital marketing is about. So we were searching for a good digital marketing course or the company which can provide the training from the starting. So we have approached Startup Icons, which is located at Ashton Nagar, and I have met the founder of Ravinder Sir, who is a digital marketing expert, and I have connected to him. He has guided me on all the digital marketing areas, on how the digital marketing works, whatever. From right from the starting, he guided me in a very right from the basic level. He told me in each step like this is how it's going to be. So I feel very good for learning digital marketing here. And there are also, I'll to brief about what the digital marketing is about. Generally, digital marketing means that it's the promoting of your business or a service through online platform, which can be included like which has various parameters like SEO, website, and which highly depends on the ranking of the search engine results page. And here we have like few areas in what the digital marketing is about. Like first one is SEO, search engine optimization. Second one is the social media marketing. Third one is the Google Ads. So in that we'll be having different subtopics on what is SEO is about and what social media marketing is about and what the Google Ads is about. Uh,
Yeah. Here in the beginning,
so
what did you learn about Google My Business? What does it mean, Google My Business, and to whom it is useful for, and how to create the Google My Business?
Google My Business is used to create a business listing from the Google, which is the basic first step that the business needs to follow, because unless and until it gets appeared on the Google search page, people will not get to know about the okay, this is the business which is going to handle here and all. So creating a Google My Business is very simple. We just need to link our Gmail account with it, and after entering it will get created with our Gmail account. After creating a Gmail account, we should select the business profile. There we need to enter the business details about what our business is
Yeah.
about, our service, and images, the exact location,
Nice.
and at the timings, if you have any specific
Yeah.
timings what we need to mention, we should be clear at the starting step, and then we need to wait for the process of verification, which might take 4 days to 1 week, or maybe it gets activated before itself according to the competitors competition and your
Yeah.
nearby location competitor areas and all.
Yeah. Good. And the next topic we covered website, and
Yes.
how to build a website, and before build the website what the components needed,
Mm,
means no domain
mm,
hosting,
mm.
right, types of websites, and website includes with blog, and know how to do the website SEO, and in website SEO on page and off page, all these areas also we covered, right? Just
Yes.
can you no explain about website SEO and all, what you learned and how you worked on the live project?
Website SEO, first of all, we need to get through an platform called WordPress. We need to do a practice website in that WordPress domain, which it is like a free domain which helps our users, which we can create our own website for a practical purpose. Then in the WordPress, it gets the list of the things what we want to add. There is an Elementator side which we
Yeah.
can edit all our headings and all. First, we need to be clear about our business and services. What are the services which we're
Yeah.
going to include? For example, I'll mention basically like it's a home page, like home, about us, contact us. Building a website, mainly it's the content which is required of what your business is
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
and the image optimization which is required. You also need that website should be not always to content, it should be also to the eye catchy of the audience. So like that we need to pick a template from the any
Yeah.
of the website
Themeforest.com,
themeforest.com, where there which we can select. There is a basic and premium option which we can select the template and start editing according to it.
Yeah. Then once build the website, where do you start the SEO? In SEO, what are the main core areas we have to?
Search engine optimization, which is mainly it will be focused on how our business should reach to the top position in the search engine
Yeah,
results
exactly.
page,
Yeah.
SERP, which we can call as. Then there are few SEO guidelines which we need to follow. For that, we need like user friendly website first of all, and first we should see that the device compatibility also,
Responsive website.
responsive website, because if we create a website in some mobiles it doesn't read. So fix all these issues we might need to think it at the starting itself.
Yeah.
And mainly we reaching the website, it takes like high quality content which we can be used by creating our own content. We can just take a reference
Yeah,
from
we
the
should
AI
check the
tool.
plagiarism
Yeah,
check. No,
we
we
should
shouldn't use the other
other
websites
websites content and all.
Yeah.
For reference only, I would suggest to use the AI tool like ChatGPT. Just we
Yeah.
can't directly copy paste the content because,
exactly.
as sir told, we will face plagiarism issues and Google won't take our website to the top.
Yeah, and how domain name impacts on the ranking position. For example, if you see the few domains with .in, and if you are in .com, and if you are in with .net, like different no extensions like
Yeah.
are there. Is there any differentiation? Means is there any impact on taking the .in and .com? Any idea on that?
.in, .com, it depends on the business. Business for some service based, I would recommend as like .in. They keep an extension.
See here, .in country based extension.
Country based,
.com it's global based. We can do target the audience, and no ranking will be on for globally if we take the .com. Okay. Or if you take the co.uk, that UK based
UK
country.
based
So
website,
that is the
okay.
difference of .in, .com and .co.uk. For example, you get connected a client of a local based. Okay, so better to recommend the .in. But in SEO point of, if the .com is also available, then we have to get registered the .com and the .in as well. Okay, and we can redirect the .in to .com website. Both the option is there. Okay, and nice. And coming to these social media platforms, what did you learn the social media platform? And yeah.
Social media platforms, mainly it focuses on social media tools like Facebook, LinkedIn, Quora, Pinterest, and Instagram, which mainly in Facebook will be having an option of creating the campaigns, paid campaigns, the sponsored campaigns which we show in the ads.
Okay.
And LinkedIn, Quora, and all, it's just about the posting and the ads, which we need to update in every area.
Okay.
Because social media is something which has to be done consistently, and people want more of the updated of ongoings. It's necessary to stay active in the social media happenings.
Yeah, can you explain about inbound audience and what outbound audience? What does it mean? Any idea on this?
Inbound audience means the customers are getting from us. Yeah,
Yes.
we are
No,
targeting the
people are coming
customers.
into the Google platform and they
Yeah,
are searching
they
for
are
what they
searching for
want.
Google
And in
platform
outbound marketing, we are targeting the audience through
audience,
the
social media
social
platforms,
media
and maybe
platform.
Google Ads.
Yeah. And coming to these Google Ads platform. So, what does it mean? SEM, PPC, and Google Ads. Google Ads, it's called PPC, pay per
PPC
click,
pay per click.
and
Yeah,
the same name SEM, search engine marketing.
marketing.
Okay, now it is now called as performance marketer outside trend. It is going on. Okay, the
Yeah.
position they are giving in Naukri and job portals, they are mentioning like that PPC expert or Google Ads expert or now performance marketer. It's going on. Okay, just please share no Google Ads about how to create the Google Ads account, and in that what are the main key areas in Google Ads.
For creating a Google Ads, first we need to have our email ID. Then we need to go to the ad manager. It
Yeah.
gets created automatically with the Google ID, which will
Okay.
be given to us.
Yeah.
Then once it is verified, will be Google Ads will dashboard will be getting displayed. There we can see our if any campaigns if we do, there will be show a display of the campaigns, the insights, overview, and the help support.
Okay.
And in the Google Ads there are types of campaigns, which is most important thing, which the choosing the type of campaign is very important, because the not every business has the same level of expectation, so it's necessary to follow the client's
Yeah.
advice and what he wants exactly. So according to the client's requirements and the budget what he's on, we can suggest the different type of campaigns. So some different type of campaigns I'll include, like the smart campaign, the demand generation campaign, the performance campaign, the video campaign. In the display and in the search campaign we have display and responsive. And in the video campaign we have like a subcategories called the video efficient reach, skippable and non-skippable
Yeah.
ads.
Recently, for subscribers increasing, also
Yeah, new ones,
new campaign
new
get it
campaigns and all.
updated like that.
So,
Yeah. And what about the keyword planner and keyword research in Google Ads?
for keyword planner and keyword research, we need to do a proper competitor analysis. So we can, for doing the proper competitor analysis, we can use the SEO tools like SEMrush and SEO Quake, and most for page authority, domain authority, SEO Quake, and mainly we can install the plugin called Yoast SEO, which is a plugin. If we install that plugin in our browser, I mean in our domain, it helps us to know the follow the what exactly our, if our on page SEO is on good position,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
to update the our on page optimization, I would suggest Yoast SEO plugin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And coming to the keyword planner, we can use the best tool called the SEMrush. There we can type the targeted keyword, and we can check the bidding price for how much keyword, the how much density it is.
Yeah.
According to that we can target.
Yeah, in Google Ads account, keyword planner, there is an option to check the low bid and high bid,
bid,
and no keyword search volume, how much it is there. And also here, what is the difference between broad match and phrase match and exact match? There are three different types of keywords it is there, right? So is there any differentiation in that area?
Yeah, and so keywords, by after choosing the keywords we should look into these three things which are told, which is the broad match, phrase match, and exact match. Broad match is something if we type, for example, best digital marketing agency all in a running letters, that is called as a broad match once. And phrase match, which is something which will be in quotes, only if we type in quotes it will get displayed. For example, best digital marketing agency in Hyderabad in inverted commas. And last one
that
is
we can show in directly in Google Ads,
in Google Ads and all. And
account.
exact match, which we meant in a bracket form.
Yeah.
like before best digital marketing agency in a like BODMAS bracket form.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we can find the difference.
Yeah. Okay. And through the Google Ads and through the social media and through the SEO, we got thousands of users and landed to our website, for example. Okay. That data, how can you track and all? Is there any idea what does it mean, analytics and all?
Which we can see checking the website traffic, how many users have searched, we can use a tool called Google Analytics,
Yeah.
which we can see how many users have visited our website, and if we keep any call to action buttons, how many have entered in that, and how many enquiries we got from our business. All it gets recorded in Google Analytics. So this Google Analytics is used for reporting mainly.
Yes.
If we want to submit report to the client of how the business is,
Yeah.
we can explain it in an email format. Then we can explain.
Yeah, in SEO, did you work on off-page optimization and all?
No.
That experience, what you have done, can you?
SEO is about of the two types. First of all is on-page SEO and off-page SEO. On-page SEO is completely which depends on what we do from our front end. We'll be following the SEO guidelines, and it includes the meta description, meta titles.
Yes.
It has a certain character limitations.
Yeah.
And for meta description, it has like 55 to 60. Meta title, it has 55 to 65 characters, and for description, it has 155 to 165 characters.
Exactly. Yeah.
And SEOs, how the SEO should rank in the page, in the sense that our content should be, as I told, high relevant content.
Yes.
We can't just this is our business, we can't just include each and every page. And also we need to update meta title and meta description for each and every page, which
Yes.
is necessary, the point to know.
Yeah.
Because once the user click on the link or any site link, it gets directly redirected to the main certain service page.
Yeah. Yeah. In
And the
off-page,
image optimization is
off-page,
also
off-page optimization, how you worked on it?
off-page optimization.
What does it mean, off-page optimization? After worked on, ranking is depending on that PA
SEO
and
and
DA
DA.
and backlinks, right?
Yeah.
So these backlinks, how you worked on it and how the improvement, and you worked on that profit plots or something,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
when we searched with the EMI plots or something,
We
our
ranked
website,
first,
it is there,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That can you share how? Yeah.
Off-page SEO, I have did research about using a tool called Moz, which it is a Chrome extension which we need to add, which tells the website's page authority and domain
Yes.
authority and the spam score of
Yeah.
the links and the backlinks we can get it. So depending on to do the off-page submission, first we need to see what are the competitor
Yeah.
who are there.
Yes.
For example, for real estate, there will be many competitors. So we should not target each and every business which is not relevant to us. We need to see the competitor.
Okay.
Then we can get the, once if you go to the Moz, if you add the extension, directly we'll be getting the page authority, domain authority and spam score of the website. Spam score, if it's less than 5% or 4%, then it get optimized well, even if we do any off-page submissions.
Yeah.
And there we can get if we click on the backlinks, there will be an option called links. In that, if we click on the backlinks, we'll be selecting the option called inbound links.
Yeah.
Inbound links. For the most, there is a premium and basic tool. For premium, for example, if there are 100 links, all the 100 links will get opened.
Yeah.
And if there are only, for the basic, there is a limitation. If maybe first 10 or first 50
Yeah.
might get open.
Yeah.
And with that, we can start the off-page submissions. For submitting the off-page, mainly I would recommend the image plays an important role, because content nobody will see at the starting and they won't give much time to it to study to it.
Okay.
So the image and all, in the image itself, if the content it is relevant according to business, there we can plan like some like 500 to 600 words content. Then we can submit in all those links. I would recommend the best links to submit off page is Pinterest and Quora, because many
Yeah.
it has a wide usage of the through worldwide, so it get optimized very well. And some of the blog websites like Tribunal blog.
Yeah. Before joining, have you any idea on Canva and these ChatGPT and how these are useful here in digital, Canva and ChatGPT?
I actually thought that in digital design team may be different. Okay, I might not take the design risk and all, but after coming here, no, as a digital marketer, I need to be to get good experience. I need to be aware of all the areas,
Yeah.
even though if I'm not perfect in it.
Yeah.
So sir has told me and explained about Canva and how to use it, and we have given access like he has given me access for the premium subscription from the tool called SEO Tool Adda. There we can buy such SEO tools and we
Yeah.
can add a membership to it. I have created designs, and for almost in every business I have created some practice designs. I'll be showing it to sir, good, fine, and I have learned all this. And coming to ChatGPT, of course, not everybody we can type on our own. We
Yeah.
suggest ChatGPT just for the reference. And in the ChatGPT also, we can include our targeted keyword or our
Yeah.
targeted service, because it won't be like a just copy pasted content.
Yeah.
So we can use digital marketing with AI, which
Yes.
is necessary, which is to
Exactly.
learn.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Shruti. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
You have seen what she got experienced here, and she explained everything here, and she got placed in the startup company. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Shruti.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to joining in a new company.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.